Yeah, it was good. I lost my mouse, so I lost 2 seconds on the final time, but yeah, it was
That's what ended up happening. I was wondering.
yeah.
You on the restream, you did finish first, but I was
Yeah.
wondering what happened towards the end right there.
Yeah.
But I think that also happened to Cutie in the first stream as well.
It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, it's just for seeding. It's not too big of a deal. I mean,
Yeah,
All
solid,
right,
solid runs though.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, can you guys give me some thoughts on what happened on that run? It was actually a huge back and forth between all of you.
Was it?
Oh, I
I mean,
bet.
I might watch this one back actually, since I didn't get a
Yeah.
48-minute time this run. But
So this time, you know what I've got to say was the biggest thing here. Oats, you were a little bit behind, but Zost on his second spark, angle sparked up on Dragon, so had to kind of flub through the rest of the fight. And then Cutie didn't get the short charge on the second spark. So essentially, Zost and Cutie were pretty close to each other, but they both had troubles on the second spark, so couldn't get the 2-round. Did you have issues on the Dragon fight? I can't remember.
Yes, a little bit. I had to do a 3 spark, and then I had to wait for like a swoop.
Okay. But you did do the double X Factor Bottoon, and you had 5 million supers leaving, so you just bomb jumped out of there.
Yeah, that
and
was...
you were the only one besides Floaters that was able to spark across the Coliseum.
Yeah, that was the most missiles and supers I think I've ever had leaving Bottoon, so that was kind of nice.
It's fun, isn't it? Like, you just leave Bottoon, it's like, I got 10 supers. This is great.
Yeah.
It's probably nerve-wracking on pace, though. In a race, it's fantastic. On pace, it'd probably...
Well, you're not going to see that on pace. That's strictly
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, no, my Dragon was... So I sparked too low on full halfy, which, whatever. I was able to get the land in the middle. That's not too big of a loss. But I just missed the short charge going to the right on the goo, which was just ridiculous, actually. And then from there, it just kind of spiraled pretty hard. But
yeah, well, we finished good. It was it was good runs all around.
So I want to ask you guys a question. I guess I could start with Cutie, but either way, Phantom was also a source of struggle for most of the runners. As a racer and as somebody who does deep speed runnings and all of those things for a lot of the other runners, how do you push through something like that when you see there's major mistakes? Normally, when you get to just do your runs on your stream, you just hit the reset button, you just try again. But when you have to push through a race, you have to push through that mistake. How do you just mentally prepare for that?
How do you do it, Cutie?
Oh, how do I do it? Oh, I'm horrible about it. Like, if I am on a bad pace, I can rip off like a really good segment. However, because I'll just like focus on it segment at a time. But if I like make a mistake in that segment, it snowballs pretty quick. And I think that was there's like a lot of instances of that actually in this race. My upper North air was pretty bad. I made a couple mistakes early, and then it just was like every single thing was a mistake. I think my first speedbug farm, I had 14 missiles going to my first speedbug farm, and I think I got 5 missiles from them. I'm gonna have to check that back. But like, I went in and I was like, yeah, this should like fill me up on health, and I look and I'm just like, I think I got 5 missiles when I only had 1.
Dang.
But I know.
Yeah, I mean, with go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of the speed bugs, I thought it was kind of funny, Oats. I saw you kind of throw your hands up in the air because you actually left the speed room with 15-10 and 0 power bombs. So you played a nice little backup where you actually farmed the little seahorse to grab an extra power bomb right there. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I did the third farm with 15 and 10, so I kind of was blacking out there. And I was like, what am I even doing? I'm trying to get like the 3% chance power bomb or whatever it is. But yeah, it was pretty solid leaving there with 15 and 10. Yeah, same with Cutie. Essentially, Phantoon is, for me in a race, is kind of scary. I've died plenty of times to Phantoon in races, but I like to mess up my rhythm all the time, so then Phantoon ends up being a 2, 3, 4 round. But luckily, we had a mid fast, so. Yeah, it was pretty decent, and at that point, I felt pretty comfortable and confident to play segment to segment. I wasn't nervous or anything at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got all your nerves out from the previous run you did, which was actually, I believe, a 10-second PB, if I remember correctly.
Yes, about 8, but yeah, it was right before this run was a That was a PB for me, so that was good.
Yeah, congrats, by the way. That's the strat. You PB right before the race so that your competitors are too busy watching you to warm up.
Okay, I scare them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Spore, you got any other questions you wanted to ask? All right. Well, Cutie, Oats, anything that you guys want to?
Sorry about that. I moved my push to talk about. No, thank you, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, runners, for doing this. It was much appreciated.
All right, Cutie, Oats.
I'm pretty sure I blacked out during Mother Brain too, because I was just counting. I was like 46, 47, and then she like red beams me, and like I almost get hit. I'm just like, oh yeah, she can like red beam right now. That's a thing. Like I just completely forgot, and I was like certain I was dead as it was happening. So thank goodness I didn't die.
I never hear anyone call it red beam.
I always have.
Up.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck to all the runners in the future with the other qualifiers coming up next week. And yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a good tournament.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. So once again, Cutie Oats joining us in this interview booth. Thank you so much for participating in this race.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.